Good morning, everybody. Cougar here, back for more adventures in the amazing underwater survival game, Subnautica. Can't start the day without a hot cup of robust brew. So let's grab some of that and talk about the day that we have in front of us. It is a huge day. Huge because my coffee's almost done. Yeah, it is. Let's have a sip of coffee. Rich and robust. I'm not sure why it crunches when I drink it, but it is what it is. As I was saying, we have a huge day ahead of us because as I was out gathering some lithium out along the borders of a small mushroom forest area near the bow of the Aurora, I came across the final Cyclops blueprint that I needed. The final Cyclops fragment of the hull, which gave me the hull blueprint, which gave me the full Cyclops blueprint. So we have the Cyclops blueprint, we have the PRAWN blueprint, we are ready to build both of those. Let me just pull up my PDA really quickly and go over what we're going to need to build those. Alright, here we go. The prawn suit is going to require 2 times plasteel ingot, 2 times aerogel, enamel glass, 2 diamonds, and 2 pieces of lead. The Cyclops is going to need... Did I pass that as well? It's got to be in here. There it is. Under Cyclops. Go figure. The Cyclops is going to need 3 times plasteel ingots, 3 pieces of enamel glass, lubricant, an advanced wiring kit, and 3 pieces of lead. Now I have all that stuff, I believe, down in my storage lockers. The only thing I want to actually, I could just jump ahead and craft that off-screen, off-camera, but the one thing that I wanted to craft with you, because we have never crafted it before, is aerogel. And for that, we are going to need some of these gel sacks that we have out here. And something else. Let's bring up our PDA, go all the way up to the top. Advanced materials, aerogel, oh, ruby, which we have plenty of rubies. So let me just grab one of those, or 2 of those, and go to resources, advanced materials, gel sack and ruby makes aerogel. That, I believe, is the only advanced thing that we haven't already crafted, so in the interest of not boring you to tears, let me just pause here and gather up everything we're going to need to build the prawn suit and the... Hello, Gasopod. Good morning to you. The prawn suit and the Cyclops, and I will meet you out at the mobile vehicle bay. Okay, we're back. I should have everything I need on me before we head out to the mobile vehicle bay to build these things. I think we need to say hello to Nugget. Good morning, Nugget. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Want a snack? Breakfast for you. You're welcome. One more. You're a growing boy. Alright, now you need to stay here. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's sad, but it's gotta happen. Alright, we are heading out to our mobile vehicle bay. Whoop, there it is right there. Just swam up right on top of it. It is facing the wrong way. Wow, if we build the Cyclops now, it's going to come down right on top of our base. Boy, I hope I have enough room in my inventory to pick this up and move it around. No, I don't. My inventory's full. That's awkward. Let's see if we can just bump it around, get it facing the right way. Move. Dancing with the mobile vehicle bay. Move. Move. There we go. Now stay. Alright, that should work. Use vehicle bay. Vehicles. For the Cyclops, we need 3 plasteel ingot, 3 pieces of enamel glass, lubricant, an advanced wiring kit, and lead.
Be advised, the Cyclops is designed to be operated by a 3-person crew. Only experienced helmspeople should attempt to pilot this vehicle solo.
I am an experienced helm person. I will do just fine piloting our new Cyclops. Ain't she purty? Don't laugh at me. I think she's beautiful. What a gorgeous piece of machinery she is. All right.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you.
All systems online.
As expected. That's great news. Now we have to pilot our Cyclops away from here in order to build our prawn suit. Going to turn on the engine.
Engine powering up.
And now just move it out of the way a little bit. How in the world is it dark already? I just woke up. Did I oversleep again? Alright. We can leave him here in the creep vines for now. I just wanted to get him out of the way so that we can go back. Maybe in the creep vines, not such a great idea. So that I can go back. We'll go into Cyclops piloting and stuff in just a minute. Let's get the prawn suit built. I hope this cannot be an eclipse. Is it night? It's nighttime already. All right. Well, it is what it is. I feel like I just woke up a few minutes ago. Swimming back to the mobile vehicle bay. Alright, against that gorgeous backdrop, let us craft our first prawn suit. We need 2 pieces of plasteel ingot, 2 pieces of aerogel, enamel glass, 2 times diamond, and 2 pieces of lead.
It is normal when first piloting a prawn suit to feel a sense of limitless power. Prawn operators receive weeks of training to counteract this phenomenon. You will have to make do with self-discipline.
I can be disciplined. Why was she looking at me funny when she said that? Hello, prawn suit.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I feel a sense of limitless power. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Oh yeah. All right, I'm not gonna park this baby aboard the Cyclops just yet. You can, of course. But for now, we'll just admire our limitless power. And gonna head back to base because we need to talk about some stuff before we proceed. So we are approaching endgame. We still have a lot to do. There's still a lot of stuff to discover down deep. But in order to get down deep, we need to do some preparation. We need to get our Cyclops and our prawn kitted out. We need to upgrade it, both of them, with modules, depth modules. We need to get the prawn kitted out with a drill arm and a grappling arm. We would like to have the shield built for the Cyclops, and at least the first depth upgrade. And we need to basically make the Cyclops a home away from home, because the final set of upgrades... Oh, hey, look, my second cuttlefish has hatched. There he is. The final set of upgrades that we are going to need for the Cyclops in order to get down very deep, and for the prawn suit, are going to require a material called kyanite. Let me see if I can find something that requires kyanite. Our final set of upgrades are going to be up here. So, for example, the Cyclops Depth Module Mark III, which really increases our dive depth, requires 3 pieces of kyanite. Our Prawn Suit Depth Module Mark II, it only goes up to Mark II, requires 3 pieces of kyanite. We have not even seen any kyanite yet. It only spawns very, very deep underwater. So, and we can only access it by drilling large nodes with the Prawn Suit drill arm. So we have to be prepared before we take our Prawn Suit and our Cyclops down into the very deep zones beyond the Lost River. We have to be prepared to craft those final depth module upgrades on board the Cyclops, which means we're going to need to stuff it with storage lockers filled with materials, the materials that we will need. We will need to craft a modification station on board the Cyclops so that we can upgrade our modules. And we will need to build some other stuff on the Cyclops. We'll need to plant some marble melons and some bulbo trees on there. We'll need a bed, a chair, a fabricator, lots of storage, all that kind of stuff. So there's still a lot of prep to do on the Cyclops and the Prawn. Okay, great, the sun's coming back up. A lot of prep to do on the Cyclops and the Prawn before we are ready to embark on the final leg of this adventure. Now, I don't want to bore you with a lot of shuttling back and forth, building stuff on the Cyclops, and getting stuff stored and prepped there. So what I'm going to do is pause here, skip ahead, get the Cyclops mostly, if not entirely, kitted out for our further adventures, and then bring you back here once she's ready to go. Same with the Prawn. Before I leave you, let me just mention one thing. There is, at this point in the game, this is beginning of February 2018, there is still a long-standing bug in Subnautica that deserves mentioning. And it involves the interaction between the Prawn and the Cyclops. A lot of people have experienced a bug where, in trying to dock the Prawn on the Cyclops here in the docking bay, the game will have a major glitch, and it could ruin your playthrough. So I'm going to advise at this point, beginning of February 2018, that if you are going to mount a Prawn Suit aboard the Cyclops, if you're going to carry a Prawn Suit on there, that you just get in the habit of saving your game often. You don't want to lose hours and hours worth of progress to a bug that is still existing, but that will hopefully be fixed soon. All right? And maybe by the time you're watching this, that bug has been fixed and it's not an issue. But having said that, let me pause here and get my Cyclops all upgraded and kitted out and stacked full of good stuff, and get the Prawn Suit as far along as I'm going to be able to get it up here without the kyanite, and then we'll pick this up when that's all done. Okay, everybody, we are back, sort of. Now, I know that I said that we were going to resume when everything was all prepped and ready to go, but I realized that there's a lot of advanced materials crafting, advanced crafting that we haven't done together, and I wanted to take this opportunity to do that advanced materials crafting with you so that we could go over what the recipes involve. Something that we are going to need, let's pull up our PDA really quickly. We are going to need for the Prawn Suit, this is just a good example of something that uses some advanced materials. For the Prawn Suit, we are going to want the Prawn Suit grappling arm. Now that requires an advanced wiring kit and benzene. An advanced wiring kit here under electronics, requires a wiring kit, which needs 2 pieces of silver ore to create, 2 pieces of gold, and a computer chip. And just a reminder, even though you've probably made a bunch of these already, a computer chip requires 2 times table coral sample, gold, and copper wire. So I've made the base materials for the advanced wiring kit. We'll go ahead and make that. Now, benzene requires blood oil to create. Fortunately, we were planning ahead and we got some blood oil from the blood kelp zone and planted it back here at base. So now I can pick up 3 blood oil pustules or seeds, take them back into base, and use them to create benzene. Another thing we're going to need a lot of as we create this, as we do this advanced crafting, is polyaniline. To create polyaniline, you need gold and hydrochloric acid. Now, to create hydrochloric acid, we need 3 deep shrooms and salt. And again, fortunately, we planned ahead and we planted some deep shrooms here at our base. We're going to pick up 3 of those. We're going to take out our knife and cut the last one for seeds and replant them here in our exterior grow bed. Now we can head back inside. I already have a piece of salt on me, so we can use 3 deep shrooms and salt to create hydrochloric acid, and then use the hydrochloric acid and 1 piece of gold, which I do not have on me, but there's some right here, to create polyaniline. Now, you're going to need a bunch of this, actually, so it pays to plan in advance and make a bunch of polyaniline. You're going to need those for a lot of advanced recipes. The last thing I wanted to do before I pause again to finish my prep is to show you that in order to build the... Thank you.
All systems online.
In order to build the first Cyclops depth module and the shield upgrade module, we need to use the built-in fabricator aboard the Cyclops. Now, I went ahead and prepped everything that I need just for these 2 modules. We have a plasteel ingot and 3 rubies for the Cyclops depth module Mark 1. And we have an advanced wiring kit, polyaniline, which we just created, and a power cell to craft the Cyclops shield generator. Alright, so those 2 crafting priorities are out of the way. I still have a lot of prep to do here on the Cyclops. You see, I haven't even touched it. I haven't put anything in here yet. So let me get back to my prep now that we've done a little bit of advanced materials crafting, and I will be back with you in just a minute. Alright, skipping ahead once again, we've got another important module that we are ready to craft here. So to head over to the modification station. We just crafted the Cyclops depth module Mark 1. We have that. We need a plasteel ingot and 3 pieces of nickel ore that we retrieved from the Lost River to create the Cyclops depth module Mark 2. Now that's going to get us down to, I believe, 900 meters depth. The Mark 3 module requires, again, kyanite, which we cannot get until we get the prawn down into the Lost River, actually into the inactive lava zone. So that'll be our next upgrade priority, is getting our prawn suit depth upgrade squared away. We're not ready to do that yet. So give me another few seconds and I will be right back. Alright, I am back, and I deceived you yet again. We are not ready. We are not fully ready to take you on a tour of our fully kitted out stuff because I wanted to show you something else. Our prawn suit upgrades, our prawn suit arm manufacturing takes place here at the vehicle upgrade console fabricator. Prawn suit modules. A grappling arm requires 1 advanced wiring kit, benzene, 5 pieces of titanium, and a piece of lithium. Our prawn suit drill arm requires 5 pieces of titanium, lithium, and 4 diamonds. That'll do it for now. I'm going to pause again and do some more prep. Be right back. All right, skipping ahead yet again, we've got one more module that we are ready to craft. Head over here to the vehicle upgrade console fabricator. For the prawn suit, our prawn suit depth module Mark 1 requires plasteel ingot, 3 pieces of nickel ore, which I actually had to return to the Lost River to retrieve. If you remember the first time we were down in the Lost River, I said I'm not finding as much nickel ore as I hoped to find. I had to actually go back there and get more nickel ore in order to do this, and 2 pieces of ruby, or 2 rubies. But now we have the Mark 1 upgrade. There is only 1 additional upgrade for the prawn suit. It does not have 3 upgrades as the Cyclops and the Seamoth do. The Mark II upgrade is going to require, again, kyanite, which we cannot access yet. So our plan is to get everything but the kyanite and bring it with us, along with a modification station on board the Cyclops, and be ready to craft this second depth upgrade module for the prawn when we get down there. Alright, so again, I'm going to pause here. No, you know what? Let's not pause. We've got a bunch of stuff that we can make happen right now. So let's do that. Whoa! That was weird. I moved my Cyclops right over here next to my base to make kitting it out easier. I can now transfer all sorts of basic materials that I have in storage aboard my base over to the Cyclops very quickly and easily.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm not actually ready
Systems online.
to do any of that yet because I just haven't started it. But we have the prawn suit docked here on the Cyclops. When it is docked, we can use this panel to install upgrades. I'm going to install the depth module Mark 1. I'm going to put the drill arm on my right arm. This is the way I like to do it. No, wait. I think I like the grappling hook on my right arm and drill arm on my left arm. You can swap these out on the fly. You don't need to be here at a console to do it. You can do it via the panel on top of the prawn, so it's not such a big deal if I'm wrong about this. Another thing I wanted to do was head over here to the Cyclops upgrades panel, install the Cyclops depth module Mark II. My crush depth is now 1,300 meters, and the Cyclops shield generator, and I'll explain how that works in just a bit. One last thing we wanted to do that I should have done before we left the base. Let me just zip back over to the base really quickly to grab the Cyclops power efficiency module that we found aboard the Aurora when we were over there. It was in the engine room. There it is, right there. Cyclops power efficiency module. Let's pick that up and zip right back over. That is another module that we should have installed on our Cyclops right from the start. Since we found it for free, it cost us nothing. Back here to the upgrade panel and install the Cyclops energy efficiency module. Our energy efficiency is now 300%, which is going to make a huge difference in terms of our power cell usage. Now, I'm going to go over all the Cyclops operations in just a second. Let me just finish getting it kitted out. Whoops. I didn't even mean to do that. I hope that I can get back in. Yes, I can. Without glitching out. Alright. What can happen is if your prawn suit is not lined up 100% correctly, your Cyclops can freak out and disappear, basically. It'll fly up into the atmosphere, or it'll fly backwards into a cliff wall, or fly off in some weird direction. So we don't want that to happen. All right, give me another few minutes, and we will be ready to proceed with a tour of the Cyclops, and maybe even be able to head down back down to the deep zones. All right, stand by. All right, we're back again and nowhere near ready to take off, because I wanted to talk a little bit about how vitally important it is to do this kind of prep work that I'm doing right now. In fact, I'm swimming around looking for titanium, because you're going to save yourself so much frustration by thinking ahead and planning out the kind of stuff you are going to need and want to do down deep before you get down there. Because if you get down there in your Cyclops with your prawn in the bay and realize, oh my goodness, I need something I can only get up in the safe shallows. Now you are down at 1,200 meters with that pokey puppy Cyclops and the even pokier prawn, and you are going to face a long, slow, boring trip back up to the shallow depths to gather whatever it is that you need to gather, be it salt or titanium or lithium or whatever it is you need. So I am taking, I mean, it's been whoa, hey, slick. It's been 2 days of running around, gathering stuff, crafting stuff, what have you, that you haven't even had to endure because I've been skipping ahead. But this kind of slow motion prep work can really pay off. Now, fortunately, I don't mind it. I'm perfectly happy just swimming around here in the safe shallows, doing my gathering and my prep work. But for you, it may sound a little boring. I am just trying to impress. I cannot impress upon you strongly enough that whatever boredom you are experiencing doing this ahead of time, it is going to be 10 times worse if you get down there and realize that you don't have everything you need, that you did not plan sufficiently enough before embarking on this final leg of the adventure. All right? So please just take my word for it. Trust me. Think ahead. Look at your PDA. Plan out the stuff that you're going to need before you get down there, and build as much of it as you can before you leave. And the things that you cannot build, see, here's a great example. A Cyclops thermal reactor module, which is going to be very handy down there. We will need polyaniline, kyanite, and a wiring kit. So you get down there, you realize, holy crap, there are no deep shrooms that you are going to need to make the polyaniline. There are no deep shrooms down here, or there is no blood oil down here, or whatever it is you're going to need, and just end up being crazy frustrated having to come back up for that stuff, especially because you were probably not going to have the Seamoth with you to make it a quick, easy trip. All right? So my inventory is full. I'm going to head back and finish up my prep work. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to try to impress upon you how important it is to think ahead, plan ahead, and do this kind of silly crafting before you leave on the final leg of the adventure. I deceived you once again. There was one more thing that I wanted to make here at the vehicle console that I have everything I want to make. That is the Prawn Suit Jump Jet upgrade. 2 pieces of nickel ore, 3 pieces of crystalline sulfur, which we retrieved from the Lost River, 5 pieces of titanium, and a piece of lithium. Now again, I can take that over to the Cyclops and use the console because I have the prawn suit docked there. I can use the console. Now you can see I'm making some progress here. We'll go over all this stuff in depth in just a few minutes. Just stick with me. But we will install our prawn suit jump jet upgrade, which will give us higher jumps, longer lasting jumps, faster recharge. All right? Got a little bit more work to do here, but you can see that we're making progress. All these storage lockers have stuff in them now. We'll go over this in just a few minutes. Just hang with me, hang with me. We're almost there. Stand by. Okay, guys. I think we are ready to embark. We have kitted out our Cyclops and transferred a bunch of stuff over there. Let's take a last look around our base. It's the last time we are going to see it for quite a while. Let me just point something out down in my tank down there. You see I've got my second cuttlefish hatched. That is Chicken. We're going to name him Chicken, and he will be Nugget's friend. So we'll have Chicken and Nugget. Another thing, there is a Mesmer down in there. Let's get downstairs and take a closer look at the Mesmer. He is right there. I found a funky looking egg out in the, out near LifePod 19 and picked it up, and it hatched a Mesmer. So we have our own Mesmer now. That's kind of cool. But other than that, all these lockers are empty. I have transferred all of this stuff over to the Cyclops. Let's take you over there now and show you around. Well, let's just say hello to Nugget. Nugget, come here. Hey, buddy. Yeah, hi. I know it's dark. Are you getting ready for bed? Hi, have a little midnight snack on me. You're welcome. Okay, good. Now you stay here. Now, we're not gonna... Oops. We're not gonna bid our final farewell to Nugget right now. Let me just show you around the Cyclops.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
So all of these built-in storage lockers are packed with stuff, materials that we could potentially need when we start heading down. See, I got lots of lithium in case we need it. And stuff that you wouldn't normally bring along, but stuff that you can only get in the safe shallows, like acid mushrooms and table coral samples. You don't want to have to come up here if you need one of those for something, like crafting a computer chip, for instance. Cave sulfur, just in case we need it. Some enamel glass and some stalker teeth. There won't be any stalkers where we're going, so we want to bring some of those along in case we need them. All the ion cubes, some benzene that I made from blood oil. I've also got some polyaniline. I've got more than just what you see here. It's in another one of these lockers somewhere. I have not sorted these lockers very well. I apologize for that. It may take me some time to find stuff that I'm looking for. One last thing that we need to build here, and that is going to be a radio. We've got a fabricator, we've got a medkit fabricator, and we've got upstairs, we've got some plants, marble melons, bulbo trees, we've got our bed, we've got our coffee, because coffee, we've got a lantern fruit, potato, Chinese potato, bulbo tree. Over here we've got our modification station that we are going to need to upgrade our depth modules once we get the kyanite that we're going to need to do that. Couple of spare lockers here. These are holding all my spare power cells and batteries. Now I've already used the built-in fabricator here on the Cyclops to craft stuff for you, so I don't need to explain that. But just to quickly recap, so we've got 6 power cells total, 3 on this side, 3 on the other side. When they are full up, you come here and swap them out for a new one when they're used up, excuse me, you come here and swap them out for a new one manually. We've got our upgrade panel. We've already used this, so you know what this is all about. Up here on the bridge, you've got a holo display that gives you the health of the Cyclops. If it starts taking damage from creature attacks, it will show you where the damage is located so you can find it and repair it. Over here you've got exterior floodlights on, off, and interior lighting on, off. The customization panel over here. It's strange, there it is. Not showing up. You can name it, change the color, all that kind of stuff. Over here at the pilot station, we've got our sonar. It will show you any hostiles that are targeting your Cyclops within that radius. Once you start piloting the sub, now you turn on the engine over here, of course. This display shows you the health of the Cyclops and how much noise the Cyclops is making. Okay, let's turn on the engine.
Powering up.
There are 3 speeds.
Ahead slow, ahead standard, ahead flank, emergency speed.
Now each one of these makes progressively more noise as you move through the water, which is going to attract creatures. So you want to be moving at a reasonable speed in most cases. If you know you're going to be moving through an area with a lot of dangerous predators, you can use silent running. Silent running will basically make you invisible to most creatures, even big stuff like leviathans. Up here you've got your cameras. Click on the cameras. We've got 3 cameras. Use the mouse wheel to cycle through the cameras. Here's our periscope camera. This is the rear-facing camera, and belly camera. This is a very useful camera to use for navigating. And the shield, which we have never used before. Let's just turn it on to demonstrate how it looks. Now the shield and silent running will continuously draw power as long as they are activated. So you never want to leave the Cyclops with either silent running or the shield activated, because you're going to come back to a dead Cyclops. All the power cells will be drained. In fact, every time you leave the Cyclops, it's not a bad idea to actually power down the engine so that you're not at risk of running down the power cells any more than they have to be. So we are ready to head out, but before we head out, there's one last thing that we have to do up here. This is important. So bear with me here. We're going to play this radio message.
This is Life Pod 2, coordinates attached. We're way past our safe depth and bleeding O2. We'll have to swim for the surface, but it's 500 meters straight up. We'll make for the rendezvous and keep you posted. Out.
All right, so
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
We just got a signal locator for Life Pod 2. Out that way. Out that way. There's Life Pod 2. Now, even though we are ready to head out, there's something very important that I have to show you out there at the Life Pod 2 signal location. So,
Welcome aboard, Captain.
we are going to actually jump in the Seamoth and head out there. Because
All systems online.
there is a lot that we have not seen or done up here at this level, at these depths. We have not seen any sea treaders. There are wrecks that we haven't explored. We have not tangled with a Reaper Leviathan. I'm trying to move us through the story as quickly as possible, but again, we have not seen everything there is to see out there. There's a little mini wreck. I've been in there without you guys. There's nothing in there for us. So I'm trying to move us along, but keep in mind that there are biomes that we haven't even been to yet. And there are creatures that we haven't even seen yet up here. So we are going to proceed down to the deep areas, but we may come back here at some point and just look around, just see the stuff that we haven't seen yet. That won't really be on our agenda today. We've already been in this wreck. I'm almost positive. Yeah, it looks... Let me just confirm. I'm almost positive that we've been in here, but let's just take a quick look around. No, this door would be open if we'd been in here. So again, wrecks that we have not explored, creatures that we have not met. Let's just see if there's anything useful here. Oh, hello, sand shark. We've got a laser cutter door here. Watch your eyes. Now, this was not actually going to be on the agenda today, exploring wrecks, but since we were trundling right past this, I guess we have to check it out. Propulsion cannon fragment we don't need. And I think that's going to do it for this wreck. There's more to this wreck. There's another piece of it right around here somewhere. But again, this is not why we came out here. We did not come out here to explore wrecks. So let's call that explored and keep moving. We are heading to the LifePod 2 signal because, as I've explained before, there are 3 entrances to the Lost River Zone. Now, we have been through 2 of them. We entered through the one in the Deep Grand Reef, and we exited through the one that comes up into the Kushbulb Zone. This marker takes you basically directly to the 3rd one. It is down here in the Blood Kelp Zone beneath the underwater floating islands. We've already been out here to these underwater floating islands. We explored a wreck that is perched on one of these islands. In fact, one of my sharp-eyed viewers noticed that I missed something important. I missed a data box at that wreck. I would love to retrieve it if we're close to it. If I see the wreck, no, it's getting dark already, and I want to be able to show this other entrance in the light. So let's get down there right away. Again, we're in the Blood Kelp Zone underneath the underwater floating islands. We're following the signal warper, following the signal for LifePod 2. Once we get down here to LifePod 2, if we look around, we will see that. That is the 3rd entrance to the Lost River. Now, I am not terribly familiar with this entrance. I have not used it much. I prefer the Deep Grand Reef one or the one in the Kushbulb Zone. I've been through there many, many, many more times than I have done through here. I'm not even going to take us down in there. There are mean nasties that live down in there who would love to eat our sea moth for lunch. So, just know that it is here. This is not the way we are going to go to get back down in there. I'm thinking we're probably going to go back through the Deep Grand Reef entrance. It is a little more difficult to get through the Cyclops through there than it would be to get it through either of these, either this entrance or the one at the Kushbulb zones. But I've done it enough times that I'm not worried about that. Let's listen to her life pod. To her.
Integrating new.
Flotation devices failed.
We're flooding. Evacuate.
Wait. I can reconfigure the O2 system to act as a bilge pump.
It's working.
Okay, good news. We're alive and we've stopped sinking.
Bad?
The oxygen's going to run out in 30 minutes and we're 500 meters down.
What do we do?
We'll have to use the remaining juice to send a distress call and build whatever gear we can. Then we find a way to the surface.
All right. Now what just happened there was that warper warped in a crab squid to attack us. They will do that. They will warp in predators and spawn, warp them in next to you, and the predator will attack you. That is a thing that they do. All right, so there we go. We have seen the third entrance to the Lost River here in the Blood Kelp Zone underneath the underwater floating islands, directly, well, right next to the Life Pod 2 signal. Okay? Before we head back to base, I would love to find that wreck that we've already explored and see if I can grab the data box that I missed the first time. And then after that, I think I'm just going to skip ahead so you don't have to endure a long, boring trip back to our base and our Cyclops. Boy, we found it so easily that first time we were out here, and now I'm not seeing it at all. Alright, well, that's not the end of the world. It's just one data box. We pretty much have everything we need. The only data box item that we do not have that I would like to have, there it is right there, is the still suit, which processes your bodily fluids into drinkable water. Again, we've already been here. I'm just looking for that last data box that I know was here and that we missed the last time. There it is, over there. Yes, that's a bone shark. He has seen us. He is targeting us, but we're swimming away from him. He won't be able to catch us. This is a creature decoy.
New blueprint acquired.
Creature decoys, you can either deploy by hand, you can carry them around in your inventory and pop one out to distract creatures, or you can mount them on your Cyclops and use the decoy ejector to pop them out and distract creatures that are trying to launch on your Cyclops. Alright, I got that data box. That'll do it out here. There's another radio message waiting for us back at base. But how about if I just meet you guys back at base? Alright, we are back at base. I'm going to... Yes, we have that radio on our Cyclops now, but I'm going to stop in here at the life pod instead. Didn't mean to turn the lights on there. Retrieve the radio message here and pick up a medkit from the medkit fabricator.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Destroyed. Mode.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Targets unaccounted for. 1.
So that was a warper, the genetically engineered creatures who were designed to hunt down infected creatures. That was a warper saying that it has destroyed all but one of the infected creatures that landed on the planet recently. That one last infected creature is, guess who, guys? Yep. Oh, nice driving. Yes, it's us. We are the creature that they are hunting for, and they are getting more and more interested in getting rid of us. They're all hunting for us now. What was I doing here? I wanted to pull up my repair tool. Repair the Seamoth before we leave. And this is it. This is going to be the last thing we do. Just going to grab anything that I think I might need out of here. Maybe some batteries, some water, more health packs. Let's leave that in there. How about the beacon? Alright, fine. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye base. Bye-bye base. And bye-bye Nugget. Nugget. Now, I want you to behave yourself here, okay? I'm leaving you here unsupervised. You need to be a good cuttlefish and you know, obey the babysitter. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, okay? You stay here. I'll be back soon enough. Hang in there.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. Let's turn on the exterior lights. Turn off the interior lights. Turn on the engine.
Engine powering up.
And this is it, guys. Say one last goodbye to our base. We are heading southwest for the Deep Grand Reef, the Lost River, and the very deep zones. Switch to the cameras to make it a little easier to navigate. There's the red grass. Again, to get to the Deep Grand Reef, you follow the border of the red grass and the kelp zone off to the left. And guys, I think that we spent so much time prepping, and then that additional little jaunt out there to Life Pod 2. I think we are going to call this an episode, and we are going to pick it up right here. There's the notch that we need. We are going to pick it up right here and continue down into the deep zones in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying it. I will be back very soon with more adventures in Subnautica. Stay safe, stay dry.